All right, let's go. Back with another video. Yesterday I actually filmed this. I filmed this actually last night, but I messed up and didn't get the autofocus right. But now we got it right. Y'all should be able to see me and focus. If you clicked on this video, you already know what the title say. Biggest L's I took in college, part one. I think we're gonna call this part one because I've taken a few. These are just the ones that I thought of off the top of my head. Let's jump right into it, story time. The first one, taking hella STEM classes. So let me tell you about this. I used to want to be an engineer growing up because my favorite toy was Legos. I used to build shit in my room all the time, and I used to take my video games apart just to see what they look like on the inside. I thought it was pretty cool. At one point, I just wanted to create shit. I used to draw a lot. I just had a knack for creativity. So I used to want to be an engineer until I found out, you wouldn't be hired to, become like some inventor or anything. And that's kind of what I wanted to do. On top of that not being the case, I was also faced with the fact that the school I went to was, which was Emory University. I wasn't as prepared for I wasn't as prepared for Emory as I thought I was. I went to public high school in Washington, D.C. Shout out my high school, Still was a great experience, in terms of the opportunities that I was given there, But yeah, summer after my 11th grade year, I took classes at Harvard for the summer. So I did their summer school program, which I took a math class, which was like pre-calculus. Mind you, my high school didn't offer anything like calculus or pre-calc from what I remember. So I took that, and then I also took computer science because I was like, that sound like something I might need to start looking into. So of course, that shit was hard as fuck. Like that shit was dumb hard. Like, bruh, I was failing so bad. But I mean, for me, it didn't count because I was, I didn't really care because I didn't even graduate high school yet. But anyways, long story short, I got to Emory and thought that, I didn't really know about Emory at first. I just thought, it's, a nice little private school, whatever. It turns out it's like the Harvard of the South. And I'm like, when was somebody gonna tell me this? I mean, nobody really told me. I kind of found out about Emory on my own. I went to some college event where, they got all the different people at the table, and Emory was one of them. And I heard about their dual degree program that they have with Georgia Tech. And I was like, okay, cool, let me just do that. Plus they gave me the most money. So I was like, let me do that. So I get to college, freshman year, I'm like, okay, I'm hearing other people talk about, the program and how they approaching it and just all the STEM majors. So I'm like, all right, bet, I'm gonna do what they doing, stacking up on some of the classes, trying to knock them out. Not knowing that they were going through hell too, I chose to do the same shit and take calculus and physics at the same time. Bruh, oh my gosh, I failed so bad. Like my freshman year was so bad. Like I went from graduating high school valedictorian to like, bruh, just a little tiny little fish in the sea that just be swimming around trying to get away from everything. Like, bruh, when I tell you, it was so bad. I never felt so stupid. And it's not that you're stupid for those out there who may be having trouble with classes, but when I tell you, I felt so bad about myself. Like that was definitely probably one of the lowest points in my life in terms of self-esteem about myself. But anyway, I barely scraped through. I had to take calculus over one of the summers to pass it because I needed math, and that was the one that I needed. So I ended up passing it, but then I realized that the way I took it, something happened to where it didn't count, so then I had to take another. Anyway, I barely passed physics 141, which is like the first part. It's the fall semester version of physics. Then there's 142. Then you got, that's the algebra-based one, if I'm not mistaken. Then you got the calculus-based physics, which is 151 and 152. You already know your boy stuck with that 141. So, barely passed physics 141. And of course, my dumb ass thought, okay, let me go ahead and try to get, because you need both parts of the physics course for your science requirement, right? And it had a lab, of course, to it, and you got to take a science with a lab. So I had to fulfill that requirement. So second semester rolls around, and I still tried to take this physics 142, knowing I wasn't prepared for it. So that shit, I completely flunked that shit. then I was also taking computer science at the same time. And, you know, I was thinking, okay, I took it at Harvard. Harvard is supposed to be, you know, top notch. So I'm thinking if it was super hard there, you know, maybe it's just a little bit hard at Emory, you know, not as hard, bro. That shit was the exact same thing. Like, I faced the same fate as I did at Harvard that summer of 2014. Like, bro, that shit was so hard. Shout out to all the people who could code. Y'all different. Y'all minds. Y'all are wired different. I don't know. I feel like someday I'm gonna still learn, you know, teach myself how to code, but I feel like I can't learn it in a classroom setting because there's so many pressures on deadlines and having, you know, all that shit. And it's just, nah, I'll pass. So yeah, I did terrible my freshman year. So that's definitely one of the L's I took. I was taking the wrong classes when I should have been taking like the easier ones first. But then again, I can't say that because then I probably wouldn't have had time to actually recover if I took them later. So I don't know. Anyway, glad I graduated. I graduated, so shit. You know what I'm saying? Your boy is up out of there. Oh, this one is so bad, bruh. Okay, so first of all, shout out to my girlfriend. I gotta say that because I love my girlfriend. And I'm about to talk about a time where I was trying to get this other girl. So I had to put that out there. I love you, babe. Real talk. The only girl I want. Fuck all these other people. I don't see nobody else but you. Anyway, had to put that in there real quick. She's amazing. This one girl, freshman year, she was definitely like an upperclassman. I'm not sure if she was a junior or senior. You know, she was cool looking. You know what I'm saying? She looked y'all like decent. And I tried to approach her. Mind you, I'm not the type of nigga to like really approach girls or try to spit game because I don't know what that even is. Like, I'm not no type of, hey, yo, girl, you know, shawty, da. Like, I'm not even that type of dude. But this particular girl, something just prompted me to, you know, go talk to her. So when I went up to her, you know, it was like, okay, whoa, she looked even a little better in person, you know, up close and everything. And as I was talking to her, of course, I was already nervous. I don't remember a thing I said, but the moment she said something to me, she opened her mouth. You know, you pay attention to people's teeth when they talking to you. You know, or at least when you first meet somebody, you know, you check out a little thing like, okay, they teeth straight, stuff like that. Yeah, her teeth was not straight. Like, they were physically straight, but they were like yellow. It had like some her teeth was like, it had stuff on it that looked like you could scrape it off. It was that type of yellow. It was like, dang, like, I don't know if she brushed it. I don't know what well, to be fair, we just left the dining hall, or at least that's what it was. She was in the dining hall. We were in the dining hall, and I saw her walking out. And I was like, you know what? I had to put my tray. I'm gonna go back on shorty real quick. So boom, I chased after her. Not chased after her. That sounds weird. I went after her. That even sounds crazy. Anyways, I pursued her, right? And that happened. And I saw her teeth, and I was just like, I literally just, my sentence just cut, and then I just started blabbering some bullshit. I don't know, but I just remember seeing her teeth being yellow, and it looked like you could just scrape so much like gunk off of her teeth. And I was just like, damn. I'd rather me look like a fool than tell her in that moment, like, yo, your teeth, yeah, you gotta brush your teeth. Like, I'll just take that L. You know what I'm saying? I'll take that L. But that was the L that I took. I'm pretty sure that girl don't even know who I'm talking about, or if that was the case, she probably just thought like, dang, this nigga can't spit game at all. Anyways, next L. Oh, yo, this was horrible. Like, this was the most embarrassing moment of my entire college career, bruh. The most embarrassing. Dang, I'm spitting everywhere. I know y'all see that. I see it too. It's all good. Anyway, I'm in this African American Studies class. I forget the professor's name. She's a great professor. But this one time, you know, they be breaking down the class grade into, like, you know, you got your lecture, your participation, stuff like that, right? So I was trying to get my participation points for the day. Came into the lecture. You know, I was doing good. I did good in the class. But you know, you got sometimes where you kind of lack and you kind of be BSing a little bit, right? So literally, it was one time I did not read shit. I didn't even know you're supposed to read, which it's like, bruh, you should assume that you gotta read, especially when you go into a school like Emory. Like there's always something due. Anyways, I'm thinking like, all right, bet, it's gonna be a breeze. She said, so who can tell me about the street? I'm thinking, all right, bet, I'm from DC, nigga. I ain't grow up in the best part of town, so I know exactly what the streets is like. Bro, I said, bet, that's me. Let me get that participation. So I get that going on. Yeah, you know, the streets, da 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 da. A lot of kids make really bad decisions based on the circumstances, you know, due to the circumstances that they've been placed in, you know, by systemic oppression and da 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 da. And I was just going in, thinking I know exactly what she's talking about. I look up and she looking at me like really like, and I'm looking around as I'm going, everybody looking at me like, yo, like I'm crazy. And I'm just trying, I'm like, fuck it, I'm in this, I might as well just finish strong. So I wrapped up my point and she said, I'm talking about the street, and held up a book. I was like, wow, bro. The most embarrassing moment probably in my life, bro. That was embarrassing. Like, that was so embarrassing. Hands down, most embarrassing moment in my life, bro. I had nowhere to go. I had nothing to do. It was a small classroom setting. I just had to sit right there and just wallow in my embarrassment. And I was just like, wow. And I just sat there. I ain't say shit for the rest of class. Like, yo, that was so bad. And then basically that just put my shit on the spot. Basically, she know now that I didn't read shit. I don't even got the book. Like, I didn't even know we supposed to have a book. I was like, yo, I looked at that syllabus. I was like, bruh, when were we supposed to buy it? You know you gotta buy the books early because you get the cheap used ones. Boy, I mean, it was still cheap, but like, bruh, that was embarrassing, yo. But shout out to her, because she really could have leaned on me in that moment, like, get out my classroom or something. I don't think I've ever had anybody tell me get out their classroom though in college, but she could have leaned on me, you know what I'm saying? Like, she could have leaned on me, like, boy, you know better than that. Being at this damn white institution, you know better than that. You need to be reading. So that was crazy. All right, next. Oh my goodness, falling asleep in front of the classroom. First of all, this ain't no typical fall asleep in class. Let me explain. I was taking a poetry class. Shout out to that professor too, because he was cool. I don't remember none of these professors' names, because once I graduated, bro, I was Emory. So it was a fairly easy class. So I got a decent grade in it, like probably like a B or something like that. But this, look, class started. You know, it ain't no assigned seats in college, but it's kind of unspoken rule that it's assigned seats. So get out my seat. Whoever it was, a boy or girl, I don't even know who was taking my seat, but basically, you know, it get to that point in the semester where, you know, you got a few skips that you could use for class until they start deducting your grade. I was way past that, first of all. So I was coming in late. Mind you, I'm trying to balance being an independent music artist and filmmaking and all this other creative shit outside of school and academics. So, you know, had all these other creative projects that I was trying to manage and trying to build a business, trying to build a brand in the midst of trying to stay afloat academically. And so I would be tired as fuck in class, especially if it wasn't, you know, anything interesting. It was boring to me. So, man, eventually, that first day of class, I sat in the classroom. You walk in. When you walk in, the professor's podium is up here. I stayed in the back of the classroom, in the back corner. The board is up there. I sat right there the first day. A few more days, right? As time started to went on, as I started, you know, I used my skips. I might have skipped a few more, started coming in late. I came in late this one time, I remember.
I don't know who was sitting in my seat.
As I started coming in, I just started seeing people start taking my seat. Whether it was a girl or boy, I was like, yo, you know that's my seat, but I came in late, so I couldn't be mad. Anyway, the only seat that was left was the seat closest to this man. Like, I'm talking about, he's right here. Bro, he's basically right with the camera. Like, this man is right. I could reach and touch this man. Like, I could grab him. That's how close he was. So that was the only seat left for me. And you already know what I did. Bruh, I was gone. gone. Like every single time. Like I don't care how close to a professor I was out. And it was just this one time where like, you know, you trying to fight it. You can't fight it. Just don't even try. You know you're gonna lose. Drowsiness is undefeated. So look, I'm like, boom. I was like, oh, I was trying to like stay up. I'm like, yo. And you know, you try to play it off. You try to look around, be like, okay, anybody see me? Yeah, hell yeah, they saw me. I know I'm tired of this shit. This is one time I was like, I tried to keep my head up, like I was really looking at paying attention. Boy, my eyes started dozing off. And in my head, you know, the weight of my head kind of shifted towards the back. So I was just up, boom. I was like, up, like I jumped. And I know everybody saw me and my heart was just in my stomach. And I was like, bruh, wow. But it was just this one time where I just remember like, I don't even, first of all, it was so bad. You know, when you don't even remember falling asleep, you just kind of wake up. Bruh, it was one time I dozed off. I didn't even remember falling asleep or dozing off. It's just, all I remember was my head was like this. And then he tapped me and I just came to. And when I looked around, every person in that classroom was just looking at me. It was like a movie. It was so embarrassing. And he basically took me out to the hall. He was like, yeah, is everything okay? And I imagine like I was snoring like shit because it'd be times where I fall asleep like this or something like that. Or I'm just like, and then like as I'm waking up, I can hear myself snoring. I'm just like, I heard it stop. Yo, that's the worst. But he took me outside. He was like, yeah, is everything okay? You already know me. I had to hit him with the, yeah, you know, it's just, you know, everything's just really hard right now. School's pretty tough. I'm working 2 jobs. I mean, I was, and it was fast. But I ain't tell him how like, you know, I'm chasing this dream of becoming an independent artist and I have all these other creative endeavors to build my portfolio aside from academics. And yeah, that's why I'm tired. I basically finesse my way out of that. But that was honestly, it wasn't no finesse, it was the honest truth. That's pretty much it, man. Those are some big L's that I took in college. Like this video, share with your friends, and drop a comment. Let me know what y'all want to hear for part 2. I might do another, you know, L's I took in college if I can think of any more, or I might just do something else. Just drop a comment, let me know in the comment section. Subscribe to this video, help your boy out, help me grow this channel, because I'm trying to do this, you know, all the time. I'm trying to do this full time. Who ain't trying to do this full time? It's fun. I mean, I know I am. It's dope. I'm starting to get good at it. I would like to think I am. Yeah. So definitely hit that subscribe button. Also, you know, check out my music, check out my brand. Shout out to We Can Go Far. Shout out to Humane Media. You know what I'm saying? If you want to check out any music videos that I'm a part of, whether it's me actually rapping in the music videos or me behind the camera or behind the edits, go check out Humane Media YouTube channel. Definitely tune into Booth Chronicles, which is directed and edited by me, your boy, Chris Hovers. And it features tons of artists, including all the artists from Late Night Early Mornings. So tune in. All right, y'all. I see y'all. Y'all be easy. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands. I'm doing some Naruto. But see y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.
Yeah. I'm just out here searching for my highest self. Same nigga from the city trying to build his wealth. I just go inside when I need some help. Only on the inside I can see what's real. I'm just out here searching for my highest self. Same nigga from the city trying to build his wealth. I just go inside when I need some help. Only on the inside I can see what's real. Yeah. Pew.